Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we will going to discuss on LeetCode problem number 120, which is triangle. So here in this problem, we have given one triangle array and we need to return the minimum path sum from top to bottom. Okay, so you have been given that how you traverse in triangle more formally if you are on index I on the current row. Like if I am on this, I can either go to index I or index I plus 1 of the next row. So from 5 I can either go to this particular index I or this particular index I plus 1, right? That's how it is visible as well, correct? So let's understand from this example 1 how we are traversing and how we are returning the minimum value. So let's do one thing that at each row we will just keep storing its path sum value, right? So for row 1, row 1 has only 2. So path sum will be 2 only, right? Its current value only. Now let's understand for row 2. For row 2, 3, right? Let us start with 3. So how can we reach 3? Only from 2. So for 3 as well, the path sum will be the value at 3, which is 3 only, right? And then path value of 2, which is equals to 3 plus 2, which is equals to 5. Similarly, for 4, it will be like 4 plus path value of 2 only from 4. How can you reach 4? From 2 only, right? So it will be also like 4 plus 2, which is equals to 6. Now let's go to row 3. So here how for 6, right? Now how can you reach 6? 6 can only be reached from 3 only, right? So for 6 as well, we can written like this: 6 plus path value of 3, which is equals to 6 plus, what is the path value of 3 here? 5, which is equals to 11. Then for 5, it will be like 5 plus path sum. Now, how can you reach 5? Either from 3 or either from 4. But I need to return the minimum path sum, right? So I will be take the I will take either 3 or 4 based on its path value. Whichever has a minimum path sum, I will take that only. So for 5, since there are two ways to reach, which is either from 3 or from 4, and I need to return the minimum path sum, so I will take the minimum path value. So for 5, it will be like 5 plus minimum of, what is the path sum value of 3? 5, comma, what is the path sum value of 4? 6. So it's like 5 plus 5, which is 10. Similarly, how can you reach 7? 7 you can reach from 4 only. So for 7 also, it will be like 7 plus path value of 4, which is equals to 7 plus, what is the path value of 6? 4 is 6. So 7 plus 6, 13. Now let's calculate the last row. So for 4, right, it will be like 4 plus path sum value. How can you reach from to 4? From 6 only. So 4 plus path sum of 6, which is equals to 4 plus, what is the path sum of 6? 11. So it's like 15. Now how can you reach 1? 1 you can reach either from 6 or either from 5. So you will take the minimum of any of these, right? So it will be like 5 plus minimum of path of 6, comma, path of 5. So 5 plus minimum of, what is the 6? Minimum path is 11. And for 5, the path sum is 10. So it's like 5 plus 10, which is equals to 15. Sorry, it's 1 only, no? Why I take 5? It's 1 plus this. So it's like minimum of 11 and 10 plus 1 plus minimum of 11 and 10. So it will be like 11. Then for 8, it's like 8 plus minimum of path sum. How can you reach 8? Either from 5 or either from 7. So minimum of 5 or minimum of 7. So it's like 8 plus minimum of 5 has 10, 7 has 13 path sum. 10 comma 13. So it's 18. Now for 3, how can you reach? 3 can be reached only from 7. So for 3 as well, you will write like this, that 3 plus path of 7. This is equals to 3 plus, what is the path value of 7? 13 is equals to 16. Now, to which bottom cell you reach at the minimum path sum value? This one, 1. It takes only 11 as a path sum, right? So hence we return the 11 here. That's how we will solve this in code also. So this is the top to bottom approach, right? We started from top and then we go to bottom. You can also calculate from bottom to top. Like it will also give you the same result, right? Because it's the same path that you will follow. Either you go from 2, 3, 5, 1, or you go from 1 to 5, then 5 to 3, and then 3 to 2. It will be same only. So you can run this exercise from bottom to top only. Okay. I would recommend you to please do this from bottom to top so that you will get a more better idea on this, right? So now I'm solving this from top to bottom, but you can solve this bottom to top only also. Okay, so I will first define the number of rows that we have. It will be like triangle dot size. So I am so the two at 2 the path sum is 2 only, right? So I will start from the second row. So from I is equals to 2, sorry 1. Index is starting from 0, right? I is less than n, I plus plus. And similarly for int j is equals to 0, j is less than equals to I, j plus plus. The ith row will have the ith columns, right? So that's where j is also less than equals to I here. Now, the triangle of I of j will be like, first we will add this value only and then we will take the minimum of upper row value, right? So one edge case here is that if we have the j is 0, right? If the j was 0, then it's always taking the 0th value from above, right? So if j is equals to 0, so triangle of I of j will be like triangle of I of j plus triangle of I minus 1 j, right? If I am at 3, right? So this path sum value will be like 3 plus this 2. For 6, it will be like 6 plus this path sum value, right? So that's how I return here. Else, what we can have? Triangle of I of j will be triangle of I of j plus triangle of I minus 1. Either you will go to this j minus 1 right? Either you will take this comma this one above triangle of J. But one more edge case here is you see, right? That okay. For 6, you taken the only the above zeroth index, right? Similarly, for this last column is also can be reached from the last column from the top, right? So that is also we need to take care. So we will have another else if here. That if it is the last column, if j is equals to I, if j is equals to I, that means it is the last column. So here also triangle of I of j will be like triangle of I j plus triangle of I minus 1 j, right? That's how we see here that this part sum value will be like I minus 1 of this, not j minus 1, right? This is j minus 1. Else we will have like this triangle of I minus 1 j minus 1 comma minimum of this value, right? That's how we are just keep adding the path sum as and when we are progressing from top to bottom. Now we need to return the minimum value of this bottom row, right? So we will just return the minimum element of this. Let's try to run the test cases. Sorry, I just made some spelling mistakes here. Here also I need to declare the integer. Okay, our test cases are passed. Now let's try to submit this problem. Okay, solution is also accepted. Now, one thing that you need to understand that when you try to solve this kind of problems in interview, right? Here we are updating the path sum in the existing triangle array itself, which is wrong. We should not use keep updating the original array, right? Here we are just hampering this original array, right? With storing its path sum value, which is not a good practice in real world. So, uh, although it is here we are not taking any extra space complexity, but still, it's not a good practice to hamper this original array. So, we should not do the code like this. Either we should use one extra memory space, right? So we can use extra memory space. Now, do I need to add this 2D vector as the extra memory space? No, I just need the parts and value of its previous row, right? So what I can do, I will have like this previous vector, which maximum it can have is like n columns only, right? Which will store the part sum of previous row. And then I will have another variable, another array, which will store the part sum value of current row. Now, when you are at 2, when you start at 2, the previous is nothing, right? So I will just initialize the previous of 0 as 0 because for 2, the previous value is nothing, which is 0 only, right? Now again, we will do the same for loop iteration. Okay, so here we will not just update this triangle I of j, instead we will use this, right? So similar thing, if I is equals to 0, then the current, this will store the current path value, right? So current of J will be equals to, not I equals to 0, it's J equals to 0, is equals to triangle of I plus J, Ij plus previous path value, right? Plus previous of 0. If J is 0, then previous of 0th index only we are taking, right? Else if J is equals to I, which means if it is the last column of the current row, then also current of J will be equals to this previous J minus 1, right? Else current of J will be equals to triangle of I, J plus minimum of either the previous J minus 1 value or previous J value, right? Now after iterating this current row, I will just assign the previous value with its current value, right? And what I need to return? I need to return the maximum of this current, the minimum value from this current vector, right? Similar thing I will just use here. Here just with this, I will just say current dot begin. Current dot and that's how we will run this. Sorry, is there anything that we are missing here? Let's just go through this code again. So, okay, I will need to start from I equals to 0 here. Okay, our test cases are passed. Now let's try to submit this. Okay, here also the solution is accepted. Now there is also a better solution to it. We can also improve it bit more. Like instead of using two vectors, right? We can just use one vector like path or current, right? And here if you notice, we just need the previous j minus 1 value or previous j value, right? So either we need either the jth value or the previous j minus 1 value. So instead of going from left to right, this j from 0 to I, we can start from I to 0, right? From right to left. And we can calculate the right value first with the current vector only, right? That's how we will not use the two, we will not need to use the two vector here. We can just simply solve this by using one vector only. That thing I am leaving to you. You can try to solve this using one vector also. And please, if you don't understand, then do just have this in the comment section. I will create maybe separate video, or I will explain that in the comment only. I hope you understand this, how we have solved this problem. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next video.